of the Baltimore City Department of Transportation, and thank you for coming out today to help us celebrate the beginning of our winter season. I want to thank Mayor Pugh for joining me, and I'll turn it over to her in a moment. But before I do that, I just wanted to thank our snow team. And so we can't do snow in Department of Transportation without the efforts of this whole government. In particular, the Department of Public Works, Recreation and Parks, General Services, Fire, Health, the Housing Authority, the Mayor's Office of Emergency Management, and of course the Police Department as well. And I just want to give a shout out to our snow team that really is in the snow center making it happen 24/7. That's Kenny Ching, Frank Murphy, Robert Branch, Damian Taylor, and Brent Hooper. They are the ones that are up 24/7 making sure our operation is proceeding. Well, with winter proceeding, I want you to know that we're ready for inclement weather. The Department of Transportation, along with the agencies I named, have been working very hard to ensure that we are ready to deliver prompt and efficient service to all the citizens of Baltimore. Since early summer, we've been working to ensure that our tools and resources are efficiently working and that we're ready to implement the snow program. We have worked to refine our operations and improve the level of service for the citizens of Baltimore, so we're ready to do an even better job. Again, we have a new snow fleet. Last year, we replaced all the vehicles, and so with a great fleet, thank you DGS, our efforts are even that much easier to provide. Today, we did a mock snow drill. So everyone was in the Snow Command Center. We performed an event with all our partners, both senior level and those who are the boots on the ground, and we're really ready for whatever comes this winter season. Our plow drivers and staff have been participating in training, and they've honed their skills. And these exercises are ways for them to learn and to work together and improve upon what they do. In the mock snow drill, our team was able to monitor weather conditions, make decisions based on the simulation, and test our assets, including our storm track work order system, our City Works salt inventory, the display of our AVL system, that's automatic vehicle location, and perform our exercise with emergency operations should we get more and more snow on any given event. The mock drill also was a way for us to look at how we can quickly and efficiently return city services when snow occurs. And so we're doing all this really to help the citizens of Baltimore. We wanted to take the time today to tell everybody to get ready for snow and to be safe for snow. But without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Mayor Pugh, who really helped us even expand our inventory with some of the vehicles you see here today. Thank you, Mayor Pugh.
Thank you, Michelle. Let's give Michelle a big round of applause. It truly is a team effort. It is collaboration. This is how we do things in city government. I know the City Council President, Jack Young, was supposed to be here, but I know he's tied up in City Hall and there are a lot of other things going on. Chief Niles Ford, thank you as well. Dale Thompson is representing the Department of Public Works. Steve, thank you for all your work. Sharkey, David McMillan, Reggie Moore, Mary Beth Howler, and Eric Booker. Thank you so much for collaborating because, as I said earlier, this is how we get things done in our departments, in our agencies. It's working together. The reason we brought the additional equipment is because we want to make sure that we are ready, that we're effective, we're efficient, and that we are servicing the citizens of Baltimore. We have a snow budget of about $6.5 million, the city's snow removal program. Over 300 essential personnel are engaged, 292 pieces of city equipment, and 300 pieces of contractor equipment. We're fully stocked for over 15,000 tons of salt. You can see some of it behind me, ready to treat our city's streets. We have worked to examine our operation so that we can make sure that we're operating at our top efficiency level. My hope is that no snow comes, but, you know, we always have to be prepared, and that's what this group of individuals do. They make sure that we are prepared. There is a city snow emergency plan. You'll see the signs around the city, and you should know it before you go out driving in the snow. We have our snow emergency signs on display here today. You'll see those. We have a youth program, snow program, which is now in its 4th year, and it has been very popular with both our seniors and our city youth. But in order to be engaged in that program, you have to register for the program, which is now underway. And senior residents interested in the program should also call our 311 for application. What happens is that seniors can actually call, and we will send young people who are employed during the snow emergency to make sure that we're cleaning everybody's properties. You can complete the form along with the appropriate documentation, and it should be returned to the Department of Transportation by no later than January the 19th. Hope we don't get any snow before then, to determine your eligibility. And it is available on a first-come, first-served basis. Youth snow workers must be city residents between the ages of 14 and 21 to meet the certain criteria. They have to provide certain documentation. Again, you should call 311 or email jobs.trans@baltimorecity.gov. That's jobs, J-O-B-S, trans, T-R-A-N-S, @baltimorecity.gov for additional information. Again, let me remind the young people who are applying for this, the application is due in by January the 19th, and we encourage all of our young people to apply. The program helps us to bridge the gap between elderly residents and our young people, while providing students the opportunity to give back to their communities and earn a little bit of money. As we approach the winter months, you have our commitment that we are, in fact, fully prepared for the citizens of Baltimore to encounter any snow problems that will happen. We encourage everyone, please plan ahead and be ready for a safe winter. And again, I want to thank this entire team for your collaboration. I know that every year when snow does occur, we want to make sure that our citizens are being serviced and that we are well prepared. And I want to thank our young people in advance who will register and participate in this program. And again, seniors, dial 311 to make sure that you are attuned to the program. We don't want anybody slipping, sliding, or falling around our city. We want roads to be passable, and that's what this team is prepared to do. And with that, I will introduce Dale Thompson, who's with the Department of Public Works.
Thank you, Mayor Pugh. The Baltimore City's Department of Public Works is proud to work with transportation and the other agencies to provide trucks, plows, and crews to clear the roads when the snow arrives. Bad weather can disrupt our vital services. Water services can freeze and water mains can break. Snow and ice can make trash and recycling collection hazardous for our workers. Director Chow and I urge all Baltimore residents to prepare now for emergencies. Always have bottled water on hand and keep enough for your household, about a gallon per person per day. Keep your water service lines from freezing. When temperatures fall below 25 degrees, keep a thin trickle, a continuous stream of water flowing, and this will help to keep your pipes from freezing. Remember, repairs on your property are your responsibility. Consider buying a contract with HomeServe to protect yourself from the cost of repairs of broken service lines. Visit BaltimoreCityRepairs.com to learn more. Any changes such as trash collection will be announced on local TV and radio news. Also, look for updates on Twitter, Nextdoor, and Facebook. Warning, do not let strangers posing as public works employees into your home. DPW workers generally do not need to enter private homes. As you get ready for the winter, please be safe, prepare, and stay warm. Thank you.
Steve Sharkey.
Oh, thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm Steve Sharkey, Director of the Department of General Services. We're the guys who fix the vehicles and buildings in the city. As director, I'm extremely proud of the work that our frontline workers perform each day for the city of Baltimore. Fleet management has over 5,600 pieces of motorized equipment that are used by 29 agencies. Our team of highly trained automotive technicians provide scheduled maintenance, repair, inspections, and road call service to all our vehicles. Additionally, our fleet mechanics have prepared nearly 300 vehicles for the winter season. I want to talk a little bit about our new snow plow bike, bike plow. Well, let me go to her. So anyway, she approached me to ask for plows for bike lanes, and I was just sitting there thinking for a second. It was like 7 a.m. in a cabinet meeting, so I wasn't thinking. And I thought, what goes in bike lanes? Bicycles. And I could just picture a tandem bicycle with me and the director pushing a snow with a snowplow on the front. And, So, of course, then I, woke up, got a little tea and coffee, and thought about, okay, well, let's get together. So I worked with Bob Gibson, who's the chief of fleet, and we came up with these very cool plows that also double as lawnmowers. So they're dual use for the seasons. And it's going to be great for the bicyclists who commute on the day-to-day basis to and from downtown area with our bike lanes. So I'm excited because I use those bike lanes pretty frequently and I enjoy them. They're all your vehicles and they're exciting. And our team has taken these vehicles, so it wasn't something just off the shelf either. The fleet team had to take them. They had to add the covers, the heaters, the salt spreaders, emergency lights, and the backup lights to make them ready for action. So it wasn't something just off the shelf that we could call somebody up and they brought it. So thanks to Director Pourceau for that idea, and we're happy to get together with her and partner on this. Next, you're going to hear from Chief Niles Ford from the Fire Department.
Good afternoon. When the fire department thinks about the winter months, we think more in a way that we want to try to be proactive. So one of the things we'd like for people to know and we'd like for people to do is we would like for them to get their heating system serviced. We'd like for them to get their fireplaces cleaned and serviced and in right order. And there's several reasons for that, not just to stay warm, but it's also because, case in point, heating systems could possibly emit carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is odorless, it's tasteless, and it is deadly. We've even had an incident with our own department where we've had a carbon monoxide leak. So it's very important that you maintain your heating devices properly. And if you're going to choose to use a space heater or something of that nature, you need to make sure that you don't use it anywhere close to 3 feet of anything that's combustible. Don't lay towels on, don't lay blankets on, don't put pillows on to get it warm, to dry it. Don't do any of that. You clear the space around it by 3 feet. When you're ready and you plug it directly into the wall, when you're ready to go to sleep, turn it off. Turn it off. Make sure you have the kind that if it's tipped over, it's accidentally tipped over, it turns off on its own. Our goal, unfortunately, the winter month is the busy season for the fire department, specifically for the suppression side of the organization. We'd like to not have any business this winter. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. David McMillan, Director for the Mayor's Office of Emergency Management. Emergency Management's main goal is to ensure that the city, its agencies, and the citizens of Baltimore are prepared for any and all emergencies. And I'm here sitting with all these agency heads and the mayor to let you all know that we are very confident in our level of preparation as agencies and as a city. We just had a fantastic tabletop exercise which Director Pourceau talked about. We went through all of our plans and procedures. But as the emergency manager for this city, if you're a citizen listening, I'm urging you to be prepared for winter weather. Individual household preparedness, both individuals and families, is very important to having a city that is resilient when a winter weather event will hit us. To that end, we encourage citizens to engage in our Ready, Set, Good program. The Ready, Set, Good program encourages each household to have an emergency preparedness kit that will meet the basic needs of your household for the first 1 to 3 days of each emergency. So on the table to our right, we have some emergency preparedness materials, but also an example kit with a battery-powered or crank-powered flashlight that you should have in order to see in the dark if there's a power loss. Also a battery-powered or crank-powered radio for receiving critical communications during an emergency, especially with the winter. And Also, a potable supply of water. As you already heard, 1 gallon per person per day, so that you have water if you have any loss of water during an emergency. In addition to those basic components, we encourage citizens to customize their kit for their special needs. So if you have any medical condition that requires additional medicine or special equipment, consider stockpiling that. For winter weather, you might want to consider having extra blankets or clean, warm clothing in case you have a loss of heat or utility. If you can afford it, additional food, particularly canned food and a can opener, is suggested. And also any supplies you might have for any babies, young children, or beloved pets in your home is suggested. If you're a business owner listening, we suggest that you dust off your winter weather preparedness plan and also your continuity of operations plan. And just overall, we encourage our citizens to have a kit, have a plan, and be prepared and resilient for the first 3 days of any emergency. During that time, our first responders, public safety personnel, and private partners like BG&E, Veolia, are taking the necessary steps to restore city services and get the city back to normal. If you're a citizen watching and you are looking to be involved in additional ways to be prepared and serve your community, we also have a program called the Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT. CERT provides basic training to citizen volunteers in CPR, search and rescue, etc. Those citizens are then prepared themselves to check on neighbors during emergencies and also even help first responders in the aftermath of a serious emergency. CERT classes are free. If you're interested, email our CERT coordinator, cert@baltimorecity.gov, or check our website, emergency.baltimorecity.gov/CERT. For more information on how to assemble your kit or how else to be prepared, go to the federal website, ready.gov, or you can visit our local emergency management website, emergency.baltimorecity.gov. And with that, let me turn things over to Director Porchel.
So I want to thank Mayor Pugh for prioritizing operations by dedicating funding to get these vehicles for bike lanes so that we can continue operations. So first and foremost, we want folks to be able to get around as soon as possible, but we want you to check. We want you to know before you go, because if you can stay home as long as you can so we can do our jobs to get the streets ready for what we need to do every day. Again, know before you go. With that, I want to thank our partners here, and if there are any questions, we'll take those.
I just want to, again, thank all of our partners, all of our agency heads, everybody, which is what I really like about them when you talk about collaboration. Everybody doesn't need to speak because they know they are going to do the work. Thank you all.
Yes, we do. So we're hearing that it may be a difficult winter. I'm thinking we got all the precipitation we need this summer, though, but we look at many forecasts, including, local news media, and we're just prepared for whatever comes. We're going to do more messaging, though, about expectations, because if we get a big dump of snow all at one time, it'll take us a little longer to begin our removal to get the roads back operational. And so we're hearing that it's going to be a lot of snow.
Thank you.
Thank you.